What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today I want to share with you guys a team that might not be something you guys can acquire right now, but figured you might enjoy actually watching. You might be getting hit with a team similar to this in the arena, and today I want to showcase kind of one of the teams that is really popping off with Harak, Talene, Tassi, Lily May, and Freyasto. I know that sounds like a lot. I'm actually going to throw this whole team up the top here so you guys can see exactly what we are running. Who did I say the last one was here? Yes, Tassi. Yes, you can see here we're running essentially 0 support heroes on this squad. Let's give ourselves a couple extra levels here. Just get our team leveled up as much as possible. One thing I've actually been considering is just finishing off our power. I feel like this is probably a worthwhile investment at this time, how much we're using Freyasto, and this is just going to make him even stronger. I'm going to reserve my extra resources for now. I don't want to go straight to 25, but as you can see, this team is absolutely strong. And one thing we actually haven't really invested too far in is Tassi's ability, which honestly, you know what? With how much we're using these heroes, I always like not over investing in an exclusive right away until I realize how much I'm using that hero. And when it comes to PvP, this is going to make a very big difference. So this is going to be the team right here. And yes, this is kind of a very unobtainable team for the good majority of players. It's 3 Celestial Hypogens and 2 of the best heroes in the game right now. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what is going on with our squad, and I'll show you guys some things that are really big. And most importantly, Arena 5 special is truly what makes this team absolutely insane, because you have 2 of these tiles here. You see these tiles, quick attack buff tiles. It fills the energy of the hero on this buff tile in advance of the start of battle, so they start with full 1000 energy. After releasing the ultimate for the first time, the hero will not gain more energy until the amount received advanced is fully offset. So basically they have to refill that energy at no cost, and then they can get another one off. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is having 2 heroes with absolutely insane ultimates on these tiles. One of them being Talene. As we know, she just starts firing an AoE on the entire battlefield. The other one is going to be Tassi, whose ultimate is going to CC as well as actually deal damage to the enemy. Now, why do we need this? Because every enemy team and ally team, because we are running Lily May, is on this squad, and mainly is because yeah, we want to have something bait and interrupt, whether they interrupt the Talene or the Tassi, because as we know, they keep changing how Lily May works in PvP, so it's different every time. But this right here is the formation that absolutely slaps. She's gonna stop the enemy Aaron or whoever is on these tiles. A lot of times people put their Tassi on this front tile, and that means she's gonna stop the Tassi ultimate. Lastly, we're going to have Harak on this team. He is the cleanup. And yes, we are running no support heroes like Damien or Mikola or anything like that. This is a straight up burst composition. We are running damage reduction, illusion Freyasto in front of the Talene to kind of help her survive. And we're running the energy recovery one in front of Lily May so she can get to an ultimate fast and prevent another ultimate. Beyond that, we are running Enlightening Spell. This is going to increase the attack speed of the rearmost hero, which is Harak, and grants them some control immunity. So this is the team I am running, and I am running it with a ton of success. Now, I'm intrigued to see what Magic Adept has. Very similar squad. I'll be honest, Shakir is probably one of the up and coming. Like he was always great in PvP. He's becoming more and more worthwhile because he's not controllable when he uses his ultimate. But you can see enemy teams like this again that are very similar. Look at the squad. I'll show you guys the replay here because this is what's really nuts, and you guys can see. I wish we could just pause. This right here is what is happening. Let's actually exit this and restart it now that we have the speed a little bit slower. I want to show you guys exactly what is happening. So you can see immediately the Lily May comes in, interrupts our Talene, ours interrupts the Mikola, and then we get to immediately just fire off with that Tassi. She CCs most of the enemy team, preventing them from doing anything, and then gives our heroes like Harak, Talene, Lily May, Tassi to start doing a lot of damage. And a lot of times this comes down to Lily May and Talene finishing off the battle. Harak's really weird on whoever he targets. If you can get a fast kill, he's overpowered. If you don't get a fast kill, he kind of does nothing here. But you can see it looks like we're in a really bad situation, but we still have Talene who's going to come back. We have a Lily May, and this Tassi keeps coming back. And right here, we're going to have a Talene ultimate and a Tassi ultimate line up here. So the enemies are not going to be able to do damage to our Talene, except for, of course, Shakir. I was just talking about how good Shakir is. But look at all this extra time you buy having these two types of heroes here. And then Tassi just gets another ultimate when it does finally wear off, and you get the W. And this special Arena 5 is just absolutely insane. Literally one of the best battlegrounds I think I've ever been on, and I'm so happy it's here. Again, this one's not even on that battleground, but we have a very similar team, except we're running a Damien in this one instead of the Harak. So again, it's a much more affordable version. And this is kind of close to what we were talking about early in the week. The trio of Tassi, Talene, Damien can be very, very good because they just stall for each other to either revive, send out a chariot. Kind of Tassi turns into her butterfly form to get more ultimates off because she continues to get energy. All these things end up being really good. And you think like, man, neither team is doing a ton of damage. But then all of a sudden, Talene gets to go. And even though the enemy Coco has the damage reduction and then the shields come up, Talene firing off does insane amounts of AoE damage. And again, it may look like we are falling behind here, but getting some key kills in very important times with this combo is just insane. And you can see, the only hero we've lost is Freyesto so far, and this team just continues to chain ultimates back and forth across all these different heroes, and it's just absolutely insane. Like, for real, there's just crazy how much damage potential this team has. And again, Talene was about ready to fire off another almost full health ultimate. Very, very strong. So just keep that in mind. You can see we went up against quite a few similar teams here. We can show you guys another one. Again, Harak is probably the one hero on these teams that is not necessary. Even though he can be very good, it really comes down to, does he get a quick kill? If he gets a quick kill, then he's going to start popping off. However, I do believe heroes like Thorin, like Talene, I don't necessarily know if they count as a kill when he, like, you know, consumes them and stuff. But it is something to keep in mind. And occasionally he will kill your own heroes too, which in a longevity battle might not be a great thing. But again, you see here, like, we just have, even though we have very limited support, because in this one we have the Damien instead. Oh my god, look at the Freyesto getting yeeted. We have the Damien instead of the Talene in this squad. There's a lot of interchangeable parts that make this necessary. I think the most important one is really the Tassi. Tassi, I just think, is by far like the most influential PvP hero in the game, just because she can't instantly die. She has this immunity period, and then she has damage reduction, and you just buy time with so many different hero compositions. It's just so insane. Let's try to go one more battle here, do a live battle, and show you how it goes. So again, this is going to be the very similar arena that we were on before. We get to see it from this side, this angle, which is nice to see. And then we get to show you guys how this goes. So again, Lily May goes for the Talene, which is fine. If Lily May's over here, I think she goes for the Tassi. And if that happens, then Talene just gets to cast her ultimate and start doing crazy amounts of damage. Having two really influential, powerful ultimate heroes right at the beginning of battle is amazing, because we're not seeing heroes like Dunlinger being around, so we don't have to worry about both of them getting shut down. Granted, in this team, having a Dunlinger might not be the worst thing in the world. Like, you can see here, sometimes Harak just freaking pops off and goes absolutely nuts insane. I do think, and again, this is kind of a premium type team, but I think in a very similar situation here, oh man, that's a sketchy team right there, but it is on Arena 5. I like Arena 5. If the enemy has an Arena 5 team too, that's fine. And again, you see the Lily May is over here, so she should interrupt our Talene. I do think maybe Dunlinger, if you guys did go and build him instead and put it like this, stopping the ultimates of the enemy team while also letting our Tassi get hers off, that is another really good strategy you can do. However, even though this enemy has a Paragon 1 Barile, I think we're going to be in a good spot because, again, Lily May is going to interrupt here, and then that means Tassi is completely free to cast her ultimate on the enemy side of the team. You'll notice Lily May, because she was moving, isn't affected by it, which is a little bit of a pain, but I think that beginning of battle edge really pays off because that lets our Harak have potential to start chaining these kills. And when he starts chaining kills, he starts diving under, doing those interruptions all over the place, and then it just really gets nuts really fast. So this is a team that you guys probably cannot use. And actually, you know what? I wish I could purchase more because I might actually be able to get to the top 10 for the first time ever with this team. That is how good this formation is actually running for me, and it's really all thanks to Arena 5. Otherwise, it would be a little sketchy. So let me know what you guys think. This so far has been like my favorite team, better than running DNL or anything like that. Absolutely love it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.